All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a 3v5. Hope my title's been updated. They just had a 2v5. Spoiler alert. The Xbox players absolutely dominated the two of the top PC players, Hira and Doubt. However, Hira and Doubt have now picked up a third, Mr. Leary here. So I think this is going to be a much more interesting game. And I'm actually very excited to see how it goes. So without further ado, in the south, in the blue, we have Hira playing as the Ethiopians. On the left-hand side here in the red, we have Doubt playing as the Cumans. And the upper left, we have Leary, the newcomer to this little trio, the Three Musketeers, playing as the Mayans. And the first Xbox player of the group here, we have Vulcan Loop playing as the Hindustanis. In the far north, we have Solo Ghost playing as the Georgians. Again, how does he keep getting these caps? Did he pick? I thought they all picked random, but I guess he's not doing that. Or he's getting lucky, I don't know. On the right-hand side, we have Faith to Adventure playing as the Burmese. And below him, we of course have Careful Tulip playing as the Armenians. And finally, last but not least, we have Kravosky playing as the Koreans. This is, of course, Tournament Runestones. Let's get it on. All right, so let's take a look at these scores here. It looks like the Xbox players are on average a little higher in score at the moment, but that's not that big a deal. You know, it's a start. Let's start with different counts and all that. I kind of expect the PC players to outclass, but we'll see what happens. Got a nice little boar pull coming in here for Doubt. Gets it down. Nicely done. No boar pull yet here, unless I've missed it. No, he's got two boars still. Over here for our dream player, Leary. He'll be grabbing his boar as well. Nicely done. Now, let's go, limited information. Let's see what we talked about and saw last game. These Xbox players, from what we saw, they typically had Ghost as well as Faith in the back, and what they did was they were mostly just playing eco, right? Their job was mostly to get to Castle Age, while their three players up front did the harassment. Now, I think this time it's going to be a little more difficult because now they have that third player. They've got that little bit of backup for dealing with harassment and things like that. Looks like Hero's going to pull his boar here. Almost lost a villager there. It was pretty close. He brings in another weak one. I'm not sure if that's a smart move. But he's going to be all right there. That boar is skidding away slightly, but he pulls it again. Extremely good micro here from Hero. Love to see it. But yeah, keeps jumping in and out, keeping the board there. Love to see that. Just absolutely intense micro there. And it looks like he is going to finish off the board. Nicely done. Now, I don't know if they have the same rules. I think they have a rule in place where you can't lame, I guess, in the Dark Age. I don't know if that still applies to this 5v3, but I think that applied to the 5v2. Now, I am hoping this game that Faith takes a little bit more of an active role. In that 5v2, he actually didn't do anything. He just kind of ecoed. He was kind of, what do you call that? He was the backup plan. He was the reserve. In case something went wrong, he'd had the eco to bully his way into victory. We'll see if he does the same thing this game, or if he, gets it on the map, gets a military out a little faster. I mean, he is technically the best player right now on Xbox, so it's his job to, put some work out onto the field here and rally the troops. And Doubt now playing over here as the Cumans. He's in the middle, so I guess he's in technically the safest spot between the three players. So maybe he's going to go for a straight eco, and he's going to hope that, Leary and Hira can hold their own. Looks like something just happened there. Not sure what it was, but there's an X. Maybe he's marking the boar. Probably something like that. I don't know. Maybe that was a ping. I do expect Ghost to be going basically straight for Knights. He's going to go straight to the Castle Age, I almost have no doubt. Now, the Cumans are an interesting pick, right? He's in the middle. He's the Cumans. And obviously in a 5v2, you're going to get hit a lot. So having the second TC up really quickly here, I think is really, really nice. Because it allows him to continue to eco while being safe under the guise of that second TC's defense. And it looks like Tulip is going to immediately start to wall up here, wants to be protected against any early harassment from these 3 PC players. I got a feeling, though, that we might see... oh, yeah, you know what? They're both going to be... Look at this. Both these PC players are going to be going for archery ranges. Now, I'm hoping that Solo Ghost goes for some scouts here in the Feudal Age. Otherwise, his teammates could be in some serious trouble. Got an archery range coming up here as well. I think coming out of the Barachit, I think Vulcan Loot might be in some trouble. He is getting hit by a very well-timed build here by Leary. And as I've been told, Leary has some of, if not the best micro in all of Age of Empires 2. We'll see. We'll put that to the test here for sure. Kravosky on the other side, he is going to be up against the same thing, that double archery range. Keep in mind, that's a double archery range in the form of those Ethiopians controlled by Hira. So they're going to be very, very terrifying. A bit of freeze up there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. All right, we got some scouts and stuff coming in here. Looks like both scouts from Hira as well as Doubt in here looking for a kill. Gets the kill on that. Manages to kill that scout, though, with the villager. There you got the double archer. I think he needs to go for skirmishers. It's not your job to kill Leary here. It's just your job to survive his archers. And I think your best bet might be those skirmishers to do that. However, keep in mind as well, he does have his teammate scouts already here. So Solo Ghost is ready to rock and roll. If you want to bring your archers over here, you're going to deal with the cavalry from Solo Ghost. And while I thought that Vulcan Loop was going to be the one in trouble, it seems to be that Kravosky is the one in trouble here. He needs some backup. I keep muting my mic and I keep coughing. Again, I'd like to see some units here out of Faith. Faith, again, no units. He's playing too passive, I think. He's probably going straight for a Castle Age or something. But even last game, he went for straight for Castle Age and still didn't build anything. So, I don't know. He's got his one scout out here. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. But it is a little bit of extra, you know, something to help. You're out here getting in some great harassment. Love to see it. Nice skirmishers coming out now, though, for Kravosky. Not going to let himself die, using those Korean skirmishers here to defend. Could jump out those villagers from that TC, now get them back to work. Nice micro there from Hira. Remember, those are not ordinary archers. Those are Ethiopian archers, and they are quite a powerhouse. Back over here in the middle, it looks like Leary going to have to try and hang on versus all these archers as well as scouts from Solo Ghost. These cavalry need to come in here to help those skirmishers. They could easily win this fight if the cavalry gets on top while the skirmishers continue to throw. Here comes a bunch more archers, though, out of Hira. And he is microing against those villagers there. Nicely done. Just pull some villagers back. That scout needs to go there and start attacking those archers, those skirmishers. The exact same thing. However, because Hira has been going for all these archers, his Castle Age is going to be a little bit delayed. Now look at that Faith to Adventure already on Castle Age. Now I want to see some knights. I want to see some damage coming out of Faith here. Cannot let these PC players cripple his Xbox comrades too quickly. More scouts out. I think I'd like to see Solo Ghost actually head across the map and help out over here. I think that'd be a great play because I gotta tell you, Kravosky is not looking healthy right now. He is getting brutalized by the man that is Hira. And these villagers all just taking an absolute beating here as more and more archers are spammed from Hira now. All right, Faith starting to build some knights. Love to see it. Going to be able to get out on the map and actually help out his teammates to come attack these archers ASAP. Allowing Hira to get to Castle Age with crossbows from these Ethiopians will be devastating. And here we go. Finally, a knight makes its way onto the battlefield here to help Faith going for a second TC as well. Back over here, we do have a market all the way over here at Doubt's base. As these units from, I believe, Vulcan and Ghost just continue to run back and forth along the Leary wall. I love that they've connected their bases, though, here. It's going to make it much more easily defendable for those PC players. But the Knights are here. These archers are running by. Faith needs to do something about that. Archers are looking for some damage here. I'm surprised he hasn't seen it. And it looks like we do not have these two players looking to make a hole up here to attack Leary. As the Knights are looking for a hole over here in the base of Hira. Hira now looking for some damage. I'm sorry, Hira now looking for some damage over here at Tulip's base, but Tulip is completely walled in, so he should be okay. And yeah, these Knights are about to make a hole. He's in a little bit of danger. He's broken through. Hira, not with the fast micro. Unfortunately, he was over here looking at his army, I think. And now he has Knights inside his base. He's got to be able to defend against this. His economy is going to take a nasty hit. And look at this. The skirmishers and archers are hitting him now in the south. A lot of archers up here north, but look at this. There's a lot of scouts here getting ready to come in to do some damage to those archers. And look at this. Faith is now inside the base, just continuing to get in spectacular damage, forcing Hira to put a bunch of villagers inside that TC. It looks like this Golden Army here, even though that Kravoski was hit pretty hard there early on, he is still managing to get out and do some harassment. I think Ghost really wants to get up to that castle area, just see if he is able to do it. Looking at the scores right now, Doubt is ahead. And look at Faith to Adventure, not too far behind in score. He is doing fantastic. And then, of course, you do have Hira down here as well. But look at Ghost. Ghost has managed to get to the castle age, and I got to tell you, that is terrifying. And here we go. A bunch of scouts now coming in for those archers. Archers going to be going into that narrow corridor, which is fantastic for Hira here. Looking great. I mean, just pixel perfect micro. Love to see it. All those scouts going down. Needs a couple of Knights in there. He's going to need some help back at home for sure. But look at this. Now we have Doubt out here as the Qings. He's got some Steppy Lancers coming in to help clean up the Knights from Faith. Back at home, though, we got to do something here. You cannot allow Hira to take out these players like this, these archers. That second TC is going up, but remember, we do have the best Knight player on Xbox. Only second to me. Joking. Logos as the Georgians here. A lot of Knights on the field. He is getting ready to steamroll somebody. And back up here, those archers are still getting in just so much damage right now. We do have villages in the TC as well as the Watchtower, so they are starting to do some good damage to those archers. But Hira not stopping. Just going in looking for some kills. That TC and Watchtower getting great damage, and those scouts will clean up the rest. W Lancers now out on the field looking for some damage as well. Got a big ball of cavalry here mixed in with some amazing crossbows from Vulcan. I gotta tell you, this is not looking good for Leary. Couple of Knights went down there. That's a lot of crossbows. Let's take a look at these HP bars. It looks like Leary's got a little bit more archers there. And here comes those Steppy Lancers to help. Knights here looking for some cleanup on the Steppy Lancers from Doubt up in the north. And it looks like Faith will clean those up nicely. More Steppy Lancers going to be looking for some damage at solo Ghost base. Ghost going to have to micro that. Does not want to lose a lot of eco to these Steppies. Hopefully he is paying attention. Looks like the gold has been raided. Still a huge fight going on down south. Looks like Tulip and Kravoski are really struggling right now. It's coming down to Solo Ghost, Vulcan Loop, and Faith for the moment to try to hang on versus these very tough PC players. Nice micro there from Vulcan. Got to give it to him, doing a fantastic job. Back at home, those Steppy Lancers are hitting Solo Ghost really hard. A lot of Knights now coming in from Faith down south, looking for some damage. He can mix him in with the Scouts from Careful Tulip here if he wants to. Back at home, though, those Steppe Lancers are getting in some fantastic damage. Keep in mind, I want to point this out, a lot of our Xbox players, a couple of them in fact, have triple TC, while only Doubt even has a second TC, which is a third TC, but he's the only one that has multiple TCs on the TCP. Those crossbows got in as much damage as they could, but it looks like the Steppe Lancers mixed in with the crossbows of Leary are going to do a complete sweep. All right, we got some harassment going on yet again. The Knights from Faith looking to cripple Hira here. Man, I am just constantly coughing. All right, so the Scouts plus the Cavalry here. I'm sorry, the Scouts plus the Archers. Trying to hang on, but it looks like the Knights from Faith as well as the Scouts from Careful Tulip going to be able to do a lot of damage to the Steppe Lancers as well as that TC will be able to clean up the remainder. And look at this. Doubt is out on the field microing two different groups, even the group back to Hira's base. So 3 different groups of armies just out on the field doing a fantastic job. It seems as though Doubt doubted the Xbox players that last game, but this game, he is going all out. And that looks like Vulcan Loop is in some serious trouble here. The economy from our Xbox players has been put in the toilet, and it looks like it's kind of all up to Faith here, as he is the only one with real units out in the field at the moment. Kravosky's got quite a few archers, but they're kind of chilling back at home. They never came out and helped, unfortunately. Here we go. A lot of Knights coming in here from Faith. Will it be enough, though? Hopefully, Solo can get out here and do some stuff as well, but it looks like he doesn't have much either. The Xbox player's starting to fall apart a little bit. Here we go. A bunch of crossbows now doing some damage to Kravosky. He's got to get over there. He's got crossbows of his own. He's got a lot, in fact. Those are Korean crossbows. Pretty good. Could come out here and actually mix in with these Knights to help out. Would be fantastic. Otherwise, Hira's going to have a field day just picking these off one at a time. Knights looking decent here. A lot more Steppe Lancers. So many Steppe Lancers from Doubt here. It's just an absolute horde. A lot of crossbows, though, from Kravosky. He's got to do something. Castle here from Solo Ghost trying to hold on to this location. Going to jump in to his TC as well as that castle. Monk's looking for some conversions. But he almost got a couple, wasn't able to do so. Knights here looking to do some damage. He's got some crossbows to mix in. More Steppe Lancers going to the base of Faith now, though. Looks like those crossbows are getting chased down, but look at this massive army over at the main of Faith. This army right here is just terrifying.
Piggy.
Looks like he's going to back up for now. He's got to go up here and help. He's got to help his teammates. I mean, Faith does have a lot of Knights, but I don't know if it's going to matter. There's 43 Steppe Lancers on the field. With all these crossbows mixed in, we do have some more Knights, though, from Tulip that could be helpful. Trying to get them closed in. Look at that little group up. So disgusting. It looks more Knights are coming in, trying to get a surround on these. He's to attack him. He's not attacking. A lot of Knights here from Faith trying to get in some good damage. Look at those crossbows again. They've got to get out. They've got to start harassing the base of Hira here. They have to. Faith needs to basically attack move against these Steppe Lancers as well. It's got to get in there and do some damage. More Steppe Lancers and archers, though, and crossbows, I'm sorry. This army from Faith could be in some serious trouble. He needs backup, and he needs it right now. Looks like those archers are looking for some damage here. Hira does have a lot of crossbows back at home of his own. And it looks like Leary as well as Vulcan is getting their ecos back up and running. At least they're trying to. These Knights from Faith can only do so much There's just so much red and green here. He's definitely trying to get up that castle. All the knights from Faith are falling. And Faith has lost absolutely everything here. Got some backup knights in the back, but it's just too much.
Got it.
And it gets cleaned up. They do some decent damage, but it's not going to be enough.
Okay.
Still has decent economy, but he's got to start using it. Back over here at the main of Solo, who's taking a lot of damage here as well. Just so many Steppy Lancers. Just hordes and hordes of Steppy Lancers. That actually might be enough to fight this, maybe. I don't know. It's so iffy. And it looks like Ghost has managed to clean up a lot of Kravosky's army as well. Hey, capture H quieter. Hold on. Wish someone would have told me that earlier. No one said anything earlier, camper. I'm sorry, man. More Steppy Lancers out on the field. Looks like Faith got more knights here to help out, though. Kravosky just trying to survive down here as another horde of Steppy Lancers make their way onto the field. Yellow and green, they're kind of chilling over here. They got to do something. They got to make units. They got to get them out onto the field. They got to get them in the fight. What? Faith 2 Adventure is victorious. What just happened? Did the Xbox players quit? Oh, the Xbox players quit. Interesting. Yellow and green were getting back in the game, though. Well, I mean, not yellow and green, but green was pushing. Yellow still had an economy, but I guess the castle was the final verdict there. I wonder if they're going to do a third game as a tiebreaker.